Analysis on the way events have unfolded in Kagiso. I'm joined now by Calvin Rafadi, a security expert at Biz Traces. Calvin, good evening to you. And you're joining us again. We spoke to you earlier this week. You were giving us such insights into illegal mining. Interesting what Franz Baleni was saying. It also resonates with what a community member said to one of our journalists earlier. They've made a few arrests, but he believes there are at least 3,000 illegal miners in that area around Krugersdorp alone, many of which are underground this evening, and he's concerned that this police action won't make any real difference. Do you think it will make a difference?
Thanks again, Sally. I think in this space, what the police needs to do now at this stage, people are angry. And as like the previous speaker was saying, that this has been an ongoing crime for quite a long time, and it has been reported to the police as far as 2016. And some of us, we were very lucky and fortunate to be on the ground and listen to the people that they've on a numerous time went to the police and reported this matter. But what now we are dealing with now, it's more like the unrest, you know, the civilianties and all those type of action that we are seeing. So I think the police now, what they need to do is to deploy the K9 units, which is your dog units, to go on a search for some of the illegal miners that could be underground or could be hiding around in the area. And also they need to dispatch public order policing so that they can control the community. And also, they must also speak to the community leaders so that no violence is incited amongst the people that are so frustrated. Because this type of things, they can also even cause stampede. And I've seen kids on some of the videos today running alongside with the angry protesters, and it can also cause a big danger to them as well. But what we are dealing with here, it's a crime scene whereby now DMR, the Department of Mineral and Resources, environmentals again, we say it, they must come on site and declare the site as an illegal mine. So therefore, immediately after being declared as an illegal mine site, they need to demarcate that place with high fencing or some sort of a wall, so that it's a crime scene. And what is so disturbing, it's I've seen on some of the people that are arrested, or some of the suspects that are arrested, police took some of the what you call the minerals that they found from this particular people, they throw it back into some of the rivers there. So it's more like tampering with evidence. So if you are to place those people in front of the court of the laws, they want to say, you arrested these people, now what did you arrest them for? You say, no, illegal gold mine, but yet you do not have the evidence in front of you. So that's what I'm saying. It's a crime scene. It needs to be demarcated, and evidence should be collected by experts, and so that it can be analyzed for court processing as well.
What about the role of the former mine owners? We spoke to a guest earlier who said there are about 6,000 old mines in South Africa, and there is a lasting responsibility on the part of the people who originally owned those mines. Have they failed in their duty of care?
Yes, I believe they failed in actioning what we call the rehabilitating of those mines. But one must bear in mind what happened when you apply for the mining permits or the mining license. The process goes like this. On the first stage, you need to prove certain financials that you will be afforded the opportunity as well at the end that you can do the rehabilitation. And certain money is paid into the trust account of the DMR in relation to the rehabilitation. So let's say a lifespan of a mine is 50 years. So on the 49th year, most of these mine guys, they just pack and go on the 49th year. But DMR also has the responsibility as a stakeholder to come and rehab those places so that they are not left abandoned. And I mean, what we are seeing now is very disturbing, and residents have got the right to protest. And this can continue all over in the country, because even in Northwest, they experience the same thing. I mean, the communities at Northwest, sometimes they go to the police station to report that, you know what, there's illegal mining on the side. They even have a special name that, oh, Kodito to Main, meaning, or by those dams, and that the police don't go and take action. But I guess perhaps maybe they are not trained to analyze whether what do we talk about when we speak of illegal mining, what you call commodities, because even in the subs unit, under the Hawks, there are those police guys, the detectives who are trained by DMR to combat such crimes under what you call this unit, they call it precious metal. They go for training and they teach them how to use analyzers like the XRF to analyze what commodity is there. And if those type of detectives, they don't do their job or they don't help the police who are there now to gather the evidence for court purpose to prosecute those people, then those are useless arrests.
So that's one explanation for why the police have failed to act when it's been known in that community and beyond for years that there were illegal activities going on. Another is the allegation that local police just simply take a cut from the illegal miners and let them carry about their business. Is this information that you're aware of? Do you think this is definitely happening?
Yes, no. It has been happening for quite a long time. I mean, the police, they will drive in with a normal patrolling buggy, even after the communities alerted them, and then they just collect whatever. I mean, you know, there are crimes which have got a fixed price of a bribe. To be honest with you, like if you drive around on the freeways, you'll see trucks loading or even buggies loading large volumes of goods, but you know, they'll tell you that we just carry a 500. If they stop me, this type of a crime is worth 500. You go to the townships, you see the Ponzi scheme guys, some of the Chinese foreign nationals. They'll walk in, they do this China, the Ponzi scheme thing. They've got a fixed price that they give to the police. They'll just throw in the buggy. So even in illegal mining, they are fixed price. If you are caught, you pay a certain amount. And what is so disturbing now with this operation is the people that are arrested today, hence I said, to prove they are guilty of the quantity that they were illegally mining, already we've seen is contaminated, chain of evidence is destroyed. Now, we're looking at a point where they will be taken to Lindelani, which is a prison for the foreign nationals who are undocumented. And there also, they pay bribe. So tomorrow you might see them again on the street and the community might be angry.
So how do we get to the kingpins? Because the reality is, as you say, if evidence has been destroyed, all they could be charged with is possibly being illegally in this country, being undocumented, shipped over the border, and then they'll make their way back again. How do we get to the kingpins? And how do we make sure that this community is not failed again? Because the people of the community are quite happy to let the police do their job. They have been crying out for police to do their job for years now.
Yes, no, that's a good one. It's a good thing that the police are doing their best now, sleepless nights in combating this type of a crime. But also remember, like I said, NPA, the prosecution, they need to come on board as well and help to eradicate and prosecute this type of a crime. Because we can't deal with just a temporary structure of a problem. We need to deal decisively, permanently, and root it out. So what I'm saying is, let's say a cell phone, it's also a part of an instrument that was used to commit a crime. Their cell phones, because they were confiscated, they need to be downloaded by the forensic department at SAPS so that they can see who are the mastermind. Because we can't because a point that there are masterminds behind this type of crimes.
Absolutely, and thank you so much for chatting to us this evening. Always great to talk to you. That, of course, was Calvin Rafadi, security expert at Biz Traces. Still to come.